Hello, if right now you're feeling anxiety because of uncertainty, whether it's about money, work, the future, or just that vague sense that everything is going wrong, you're not alone. Right now, many of us are living in constant low-level stress from all the changes around us. But here's the good news. There are simple, evidence-based questions that can quickly bring the intensity down. These come from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most researched and effective approaches to anxiety in recent decades. In this first part, we'll go through the first 4 questions. They help you identify and examine anxious thoughts so your mind stops spiraling into the worst-case scenario. Answer them in your head, or even better, write them down in your notes. It makes a big difference. Ready? Let's begin. The first question is the foundation of everything else. What exactly am I afraid will happen? Why does this question come first? Because anxiety almost always hides in fog. We feel everything will collapse. I won't cope. Life will be ruined. But we can't clearly say what exactly we're afraid of. That vague fear is like smoke. It's everywhere and it only grows stronger. In cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, the very first step is always to identify the feared outcome, to name the fear specifically. When we pull it out of the fog and write it down in 1-2 clear sentences, it immediately becomes smaller and more manageable. There's even a phrase for this: name it to tame it. Research shows that simply making the fear specific can reduce its intensity by 30–50%. That happens because the rational part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, starts working harder, while the emotional fear center, the amygdala, calms down. But naming the fear is only the beginning. A lot of people stop here and think, okay, I named it, now what? So let's go straight into what to do next with the answer. Example 1, anxiety about losing a job, financial instability, vague fear. I'll lose my job and everything will be terrible. Specific fear. They'll lay me off due to cuts in about a month. I won't find a new job for at least 6 months. I'll burn through all my savings, lose my apartment, and have to move back in with my parents at 35. Now, what to do with this? Don't just leave it as a scary list. Break the fear into separate pieces and think about them rationally. The same way people do risk analysis in business, risk assessment, SWOT. For each piece, ask 2 questions. What exactly about this part scares me? How can I reduce or neutralize this risk right now or soon? Piece 1, they'll lay me off in a month. What scares me? The sudden loss of income and the shock. How to reduce it? Look up statistics for your industry. Layoffs happen, but often with severance. Prepare now. Update your resume, refresh LinkedIn, have a financial buffer ready. Piece 2, I won't find a job for 6 months. What scares me? Total unemployment, how to reduce it. Open job sites today. You'll see there are lower paid or temporary options. Freelance, delivery, retail, part-time. You'll realize, I can find something to cover basics in 1–2 weeks. This turns the fear from catastrophe into temporary inconvenience. Piece 3, I'll spend all savings and lose my apartment. What scares me? Ending up homeless. How to reduce it? Calculate your runway. How many months can you survive on savings plus unemployment benefits? If it's low, start cutting expenses or looking for side income now. Alternatives: cheaper rent, help from family, friends, shared housing. Piece 4, everyone will think I'm a failure. What scares me? Shame and loss of status. How to reduce it? Ask yourself, who exactly? And even if some people judge, does their opinion define my worth? Most people are too busy with their own lives to care long-term. Now let's go even deeper with one of the most painful pieces, using the 5 whys technique. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to dig deeper is the 5 whys technique, also called 5 whys. It was originally created at Toyota in the 1930s to find the root causes of problems on the production line, but it works perfectly for anxiety and self-reflection too. How to do it? Take any piece of your fear and ask, why does this scare me so much? Or why is this so important to me? about 5 times in a row. Each answer becomes the starting point for the next. Why? You don't have to do exactly 5. Sometimes 3 is enough, sometimes 7. The goal is to reach the level where you have an aha. That's it moment. This helps you see that the fear is often not about the event itself, but about what it means for your self-worth, identity, or old beliefs. Now try it yourself. Pick one piece from your fear and run through the 5 whys. Write down the chain. It brings so much clarity. The fear of losing a job might not actually be about money at all. It can be about losing status. I'm a failure. Identity. Who am I without this role? Or control. If that's the case, it's really about self-esteem, not finances. In the end, the fear transforms from catastrophe into a list of actionable steps. Example 1, anxiety about losing a job-specific fear. I'll get laid off, won't find a job for 6 months and lose everything. Now let's apply 5 whys to one piece. I won't find a job for 6 months. Why does this scare me? Because I'll run out of money and won't be able to pay for housing. Why is being without money scary? Because I won't be able to support myself and will have to depend on others. Why does depending on others scare me? Because I'll feel weak like a failure if I can't handle it on my own. Root cause, it's not really about finances. It's the belief, I'm only worthy if I'm successful independent. Now you can work with that directly. Reframe your self-worth. Build self-esteem separate from income. Practice self-compassion. Example 2, anxiety in relationships, vague fear. He/she will leave me. Specific fear, I'll show my weakness, for example, jealousy or insecurity. He/she will get disappointed, say, this isn't what I need. Leave within a week, and I'll be alone forever. With no chance of new relationships. What's next? Do the same as before. Break the fear into separate pieces and think about each one rationally. For each piece, ask 2 key questions. 1, what exactly about this part scares me so much? Dig deeper into the fear. 2, how can I reduce or neutralize this risk right now or soon? Piece 1, I'll show my weakness, jealousy, insecurity, tears. What exactly scares me? That my partner will see the real me, imperfect, emotional, vulnerable, and reject me specifically for that. The scary thought is, if I'm not always strong, fun, independent, they won't want me. How to reduce it? Remember past relationships or friendships. Everyone shows weaknesses, and it doesn't always lead to a breakup. Often it brings people closer. Start small. Share one light emotion. I sometimes feel jealous when, can we talk about it? Openness strengthens connection. It doesn't destroy it. If your partner reacts badly to honesty, that's a signal the relationship isn't healthy. Piece 2, he/she will get disappointed and say, this isn't what I need. Leave within a week. What exactly scares me? Sudden, quick loss of everything good because of one mistake, showing vulnerability. The scary feeling is, I ruined everything with one moment of weakness. How to reduce it? Look at reality. Healthy relationships don't end over one display of emotion. If they do, it shows the partner wasn't ready for real closeness. Prepare in advance. Build emotional support outside the relationship, friends, hobbies, journaling, therapy. Ask yourself, if this happens, what will I actually lose? And what will I still have? Often you still have a lot. Skills, friends, experience, chances for new connections. Piece 3, I'll be alone forever with no chance of new relationships. What exactly scares me? Total, irreversible loneliness. The scary thought is, after this, no one will ever love me because I'm broken, too complicated, don't know how to be normal. How to reduce it? Look at facts. Statistics from dating apps and studies show people find partners at 30, 40, 50 plus after breakups. Start reducing the risk now. Expand your social circle, meetups, clubs, online communities. Work on self-esteem so you don't depend on someone else's approval. Ask yourself, why does forever feel so real? Where does that certainty come from? Now we turn again to the 5 whys technique. The fear might not be about losing this specific partner at all. It can be an echo from the past. Childhood experiences of rejection or low self-worth. I'm not worthy of love. If that's the case, the question shifts from relationships to deep self-analysis. What can I do to start feeling worthy of love no matter what? 5 whys applied to I'll be alone forever. Why is alone forever so scary? Because loneliness feels unbearable. Why is loneliness unbearable? Because without a partner, I feel unloved, unworthy. Why does feeling unworthy hurt so much? Because in past relationships, I was rejected when I wasn't perfect. Why does rejection hit so hard? Because in childhood, I was praised only for good behavior and scolded for emotions. Why does this still affect me? Because I internalized. Love equals being perfect without weaknesses. Root cause, it's not the loss of this particular person, it's the deep fear. If I'm not perfect, no one will love me. Once you reach this level, the question is no longer about relationships. It's about self-esteem and childhood patterns. And here real self-inquiry begins. What can I do to start feeling worthy of love regardless of whether I'm perfect or not? Small steps, self-compassion, therapy, practicing vulnerability in safe relationships. Making the fear specific is not the end, it's the starting point. It gives you material for rational analysis. Break it into pieces, assess the risks like in business, find ways to neutralize them. If the fear isn't about the obvious, dig deeper. It's often emotional roots. Now it's your turn. Take one current anxiety. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid will happen? Be as specific as possible, describe it like a movie scene. Who, what, when, how. Write it down if you can, it strengthens the effect. Great. If you just did that, notice, is the anxiety already a little less? Many people say yes, because the monster turned into a normal list of tasks. This is one of the strongest tools in cognitive behavioral therapy against anxiety. When the brain is in panic mode, it automatically overestimates the probability of catastrophe. This is called overestimation of threat or catastrophic thinking. People in anxiety often rate the risk at 70–90%, while reality is usually 5–20%. After an honest evaluation, anxiety drops because the brain gets evidence. It's not as likely as it felt. How to evaluate correctly. 1. Take the specific worst-case scenario from question 1. 2. Ask yourself, based on facts, statistics, and my experience, what percentage chance is there that this will happen exactly like this? Be as honest as possible, not I feel 90%, but realistically, based on facts, how much? If you don't know, think, if this happened to my best friend, what probability would I give her? This removes the emotional charge. Example 1, anxiety about losing a job-specific fear from question 1. They'll lay me off in 2 months. I won't find a job for 6 months. I'll lose everything. Evaluation, in anxiety mode, 80–90%, it's over. Now facts. In my industry, layoffs happen every 3–5 years. Last year percent were affected. I have good experience, references, skills. I've seen people find jobs in 1–3 months. Realistic rating, 15–25%. Huge difference. Anxiety drops because 15% is possible, but not inevitable. Example 2, anxiety and relationship-specific fear. I show weakness, they get disappointed, leave in a week, I'm alone forever. Evaluation, emotionally, 85–95%, they'll definitely leave. Facts, in healthy relationships, people show weaknesses and don't leave over it. We've already had conflicts, they stayed. If they leave over one vulnerability, that shows the relationship was fragile anyway. And alone forever is 0%, because people after breakups find new partners. Statistics show 64–68% of divorced people remarry, and many in their 30s, 40s, and 50+ find new relationships, often through dating apps or social circles. Realistic rating, 10–20% chance of breakup from one weakness. 0% for forever alone. What to do next with this rating? Write down the anxious rating. 90%. and the realistic one, 20%. Every time the thought returns, remind yourself, I already evaluated this, it's 20%, not 90%. If the percentage still feels high, ask, what facts am I basing this on? Is there evidence against it? This previews question 3. Now evaluate your own anxiety. What percentage probability do you give the worst-case scenario? Notice the difference. Many people say, I was exaggerating 4 or 5 times. That's already relief. If you want, write in the comments, was 85% now 25%, or the rating helped. We've already made the fear specific and rated its likelihood. Now ask, does this thought actually bring any benefit? In cognitive behavioral therapy, this is called checking the functionality of the thought. A helpful thought leads to action, something you can do, helps accept reality, reduces anxiety, or gives clarity. An unhelpful thought loops endlessly, rumination, only amplifies fear, anger, shame, leads to no solution, repeats for the 100th time. How to check properly. 1. Take a thought from question 1, the specific fear, or the one looping now. 2. Ask, if I keep thinking this, what will get better? Will I get calm, a plan, energy? 3. If the answer is no, just worse, signal, this thought doesn't help, you can let it go or replace it. 4. Alternative test. If my best friend thought the same, would I say, keep thinking about this? Or let's stop, this is useless? Example 1. Anxiety about losing a job thought. What if they lay me off in 2 months, and I find nothing? Check, helpful. No, it's already looped 50 times today. What does it give? Just racing heart, insomnia, procrastination. Leads to action. No, pure what if, no plan. Conclusion, unhelpful. What next? Replace with helpful. I've updated my resume, checked 5 jobs, this is what I can control right now. Or simply, this thought doesn't help, letting it go. Example 2, anxiety in relationships thought. If I show weakness, they'll definitely get disappointed and leave. Check, helpful. No, it paralyses me, makes me hide emotions, keeps me tense. What does it give? Only fear and distance in the relationship. Leads to action. No, only avoidance of closeness. Conclusion, unhelpful, even harmful. What next? Replace with helpful. If I share a small vulnerability and they react badly, that's info about them, not my worth. Or, I can start with an open conversation. It could strengthen the bond. What to do next with this check? Write, my thought is helpful. Why is it unhelpful? Every time the thought returns, I already checked, it's unhelpful. Switching. If the thought keeps coming back stubbornly, it's a sign it's tied to a deeper belief. Use 5 whys from question 1 here. Now your turn. Ask yourself, is your current anxious thought helping you or just making things worse? We've already made the fear specific, rated its likelihood, and checked if the thoughts are helpful. Now it's time to widen the picture. When in anxiety, the brain sees only a black and white horror movie. This question adds color, the worst scenario, to take away the peak fear, the best to bring back hope, and the realistic to return to reality. How to do it properly. Take the specific fear from question 1. Describe the worst-case scenario, the most terrifying, dramatic, end-of-the-world version. Don't be afraid to overdo it, it's safe. Describe the best-case scenario, the most ideal, almost magical outcome, even if it feels unrealistic. Describe the realistic scenario, the most likely one, based on facts, experience, and the probabilities from question 2. Compare the 3 versions. Usually the realistic one is much closer to the best than to the worst. Example 1, anxiety about losing a job-specific fear. They'll lay me off in 2 months, I won't find a job for 6 months, I'll lose everything. Worst-case scenario, they lay me off suddenly without any severance. I don't find a job for a year, burn through all savings, lose my apartment, move back with my parents at 35. All friends turn away, I fall into depression and stay unemployed forever. Best-case scenario, they don't lay me off, instead they give me a raise. Or if they do lay me off, I find my dream job in 2 weeks with double the salary, move to a better neighborhood, and become financially free. Realistic scenario. There's a chance of layoff, 15-25%, as we rated earlier. I spend 1-3 months searching, take a temporary side job to cover expenses. I find a position at the same level or slightly better within 3-6 months. Savings help me get through, friends support me, I adapt, just like I've done before. Conclusion. The worst is unlikely and not fatal. There's a plan B. The best is nice but not required. The realistic is manageable and not the end of the world. Anxiety drops because the brain sees. Even if the worst happens, I can handle it. Example 2. Anxiety in relationship-specific fear. I show weakness, they get disappointed, leave, and I'm alone forever. Worst-case scenario. I show jealousy, insecurity. He says you're too complicated, leaves within a week. I end up in complete isolation. No one ever loves me again. I grow old alone, full of regrets. Best-case scenario. I share my emotion, he hugs me, says, "Thank you for trusting me." We become closer than ever. The relationship moves to a new level of love and trust. Realistic scenario. I share a small vulnerability, he reacts normally, or we discuss it. The bond strengthens. If he leaves, it means the relationship wasn't built for real depth anyway. I feel sad for 1-3 months, but then I meet someone new, like 70-80% of people after a breakup, because I keep living, growing, and connecting with others. Conclusion. The worst is exaggerated and not fatal. Life goes on. The best is possible in healthy relationships. The realistic is most often about growth, not catastrophe. These 4 questions are a powerful start. Many people notice relief already after the first time because the mind stops spinning worst-case stories alone. Try using them whenever anxiety builds up. Even 2-3 minutes a day can change a lot. Write in the comments which question hit you the hardest, or which thought turned out less likely than it felt. Your answers help others too. If you want to continue, like the video, subscribe, and wait for part 2. Questions about regaining control and preparing for the worst. Take care of yourself. See you soon.